Well, good evening and welcome to the Korgis' third live stream. Well, this is the second attempt at the third live stream because the last one we had to abort for a variety of reasons. I won't go into them here, but it was a comedy of errors, mainly human error, let's say that. Here we are. We're on YouTube. Of course, this is hosted on YouTube. So we would love you to hit the subscribe button there. That helps us in the long run. We'd just love you to do that. It doesn't cost anything, of course. And we are here talking about songs from Cartoon World. Tonight in particular, we're talking about All Roads Lead to Rome. If you haven't got a clue what I'm talking about, that means you haven't got the album, in which case just forget about this live stream. Just pop across to thekorgis.com and buy it. Buy all the different versions. We've got a double deluxe CD, we've got a regular standard CD, we've got a vinyl, we've got t-shirts, we've got the works. So pop across to thekorgis.com if you haven't already got it. So as I was saying, tonight I'm going to be talking about All Roads Lead to Rome. I'm by myself tonight, but we have a couple of special guests via film. Okay, so hopefully that will take the place. James couldn't make it tonight, but hopefully we'll be here soon. There we are. Without further ado, All Roads Lead to Rome, and I'm gonna spin the record deck.
You ask if I'm rich. My mother swears you're a witch, but you claim you're an angel. I never could tell. Would you sink in the lake or burn at the stake? If God is the wise one, then you'd go to hell. Oh, my home is my castle, my heart is in fence. Then you ride your white horse to breach my defense. I call my squire, please come quench this fire. You plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warning, so just giving in. The ramparts fall, I can finally call this castle my home. I wrote you a song, but then he said, you say it's too long. I share all my dark secrets, then you just laugh. I bring you a rose, you throw out my clothes. I can't believe that you whisper, I want you, then fall asleep in the bath. But you don't seem to know that my home is my castle, my heart is in fence. Then you ride your white horse to breach my defense. I call my squire, please come quench this fire. You plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warning, so just giving in. The
And there we were, the record version of All Roads Lead to Rome. And sounds really good on vinyl as well. I like it, especially that particular song, because it's quite an open song anyway. We have a competition. Da, 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 da. Up for grabs tonight is the double deluxe version of Cartoon World. For those of you who only have the vinyl or whatever, it still has the posters in it. They're a bit smaller. You might need your glasses to read them. But we got as much on there as we could. So that's the double deluxe version of Cartoon World. If you want to know what's on the double deluxe version, if you only got the single version, we did vinyl mixes, and the vinyl mixes were completely different to the CD mixes, because the CD mixes, in order to make quite a loud CD, you kind of need to squash everything. But vinyl doesn't react very well to that. In fact, you'll just get a very quiet record if you squash things. So they're unsquashed. And for some reason, you know, they sound a little bit more retro. They sound like maybe they were recorded in the 70s or the 80s even, maybe not even the 80s. So I quite like those mixes. They're the ones that I listen to more than anything. There's slight differences as well because we had to fit it on a vinyl. We cut a couple of bars here and there. So if you're really used to the CD version, you might go, oh, that's different, that is. You cut a couple of bars there. We have. That's what we've done. So competition. So the deluxe double CD is up for grabs, and the competition is, I will just try and find this for you now. I'm trying to think what it's called. Somewhere here. We have it's a quiz question. That's why I couldn't find it. Okay, so up on the screen now. During the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, now you'll need to know the video, but the video is on YouTube for all to see. During the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, the lyrics of a famous song are paraphrased. What is the name of the song and who had the original hit? So I'll say that again. During the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, the lyrics of a famous song are paraphrased. What is the name of the song and who had the original hit? There we are. Piece of cake, that one, I reckon. I reckon most people of a certain age will know that. I did. I had to check with James. I checked, is that the right answer? And he went, yeah, that is the right answer. So that was good. What else have we got coming up? The first person with the correct answer wins. Okay, so just in case there are a million of you with the correct answer. We've already had quite a few people coming along saying hello. In fact, one of them is Andy Swain, who was the competition winner the first week. Yes, he was. He was a competition winner the first week. And the competition winner on the second week was Martin Smith. Now, Martin Smith happens to live around the corner from the studio, so he's right in our local area. And he said, can I pop across and pick up my prize? And I thought, by all means, why not? Why not? So we met up the other day. And in fact, I did a little film of presenting him with a CD. So maybe we should find that now. Where is he? He's here somewhere. I'm losing everything today. Here we go. So this is Martin Smith. So I am here with Martin Smith, who is a lucky winner of the prize of... I was trying to think what was in the prize. Maybe I should give it to you, and you can tell me what you've won.
Why not?
It was Livestream 2. Unfortunately, he lived just down the road, and he popped across, which saves us the postage. So anyone who wins a prize, doesn't matter where you are, if you live in Bradford, like Andy Swain, please come down and pick up your prize because it saves us on the postage.
And absolutely, it was so worth it. You've been such a fantastic host. Thank you very much.
Korgis collection, I believe, isn't it?
Korgis collection, absolutely. I found something else in there. It's
There's
not half a Kit Kat, is
There's
it?
a few things in there. I just found whatever I could find lying around.
Cool. Sorry, I should show
Is
the
it-
camera. You want me to show the camera?
Yeah, you can. Yeah.
So we got some flyers, I guess, for
Yeah.
upcoming...
Old
no,
flyers. These are old flyers,
flyers.
collector's edition.
Yeah,
You
we
can
want
probably
ones for the upcoming gigs, Al.
We haven't got enough to do flyers yet. And is there something else in there? There is, isn't there? So that
Yeah.
There's our crib sheet for the live stream that you were on, that you won. So you will see in there me saying, I've got to reiterate this, I've got to do that. We've got the competition winner. What's the competition question? So again, that's
so there is a
one-off.
crib sheet.
There is a crib sheet. It's bullet points. It's bullet points. And you see those? That was when we were dipping the pen.
I remember.
Before we signed.
Whose colour is who? And
whose colour is who.
absolutely. Yeah, absolutely. Oh, thank you, Al. Thank you.
I don't know why that piece of music is on the back. Reuse an old paper.
And to everybody who's a Korgis fan who looks at Al on a Thursday night and James and sometimes John, what a nice bunch of fellas. And Al, today you've been an absolute star. Makes a lovely cup of tea. So it's the next competition, absolutely go for it because the prize well worth winning. Thank you very much.
Thank you, Martin. Very kind
No worries
words.
at all.
With that, we will sign off, and we've got one live stream on. Oh no, I'm not going to say this because I'm actually going to play this on one of the live streams, so I'm not even going to go into that. There we go. We're going to sign off, and thanks for popping over, Martin.
Oh, a pleasure. Thank you, Al.
Well, there was Martin, popped in. Lovely to meet him. We have met before, just passing at one of the Bath gigs, I think. And he was also at our a cappella gig and pleading with us, can you please go back to a cappella? And we would love to go back to a cappella, just in case anyone from a cappella has listened to this live stream. Yes, we'd love to go back there, but we sent you a load of emails and it was the middle of the pandemic, so there wasn't much answering of emails going on. Just as a few more people have joined us, so just to catch up, we are talking about the song All Roads Lead to Rome. If you haven't subscribed to our YouTube channel, please subscribe to it. If you haven't bought Cartoon World, go to thekorgis.com and buy it right this second. Yeah, I think that's it. Oh yeah, and any comments you want to make, just get on the live chat. Someone said to us the other week, I couldn't do it because I was watching it on my TV, and yeah, it's very hard to comment on the TV, isn't it? Really, you don't really want to write on with felt tip pens on your TV. But what you could do is tune in as well on your phone and just use your phone for chat, and there we are. That would work. There's my solving of that technological problem right there. So All Roads Lead to Rome. This was originally. Yeah, I believe I'm right here. This was originally one of 3 songs that John and James began. They went across and did a writing session, which a couple of songs, 3 songs. They wrote 3 songs and they all appeared on the album. So that was a win-win. So All Roads Lead to Rome. This was pretty much a kind of gospel kind of thing. And I am going to play you the original demo from there. This is the original demo. Now, it's a bit rough, but you get the idea and you hear it and you go, yeah, that's the same song. James tends to just make up any lyrics because he can do that, but then we'll tend to rewrite the lyrics afterwards. So here we are. This is what they've just called gospel ballad.
Walk away. I can't love today. If you ever leave me, I'll be lost. I don't have the time to make real life. If you ever leave me, I'm lost. 'Cause if you ever leave me, I'm lost. Here's the middle-eight bit, the middle bit of the soul ballad. Gospel ballad, yeah. F major 7. 1, 2, 3. Feel my heart suddenly waiting, 'cause you can't believe it. Never waiting, 'cause I feel every night. You take me for good, you take me for
And there we are. I think James is just going to go into one of his it's horn or guitar solos. So that was the original demo. As you can hear, it sounded very similar. I think when we come to start to work on music for it, we decided that maybe we wanted it to be a little bit more, maybe like John Lennon was doing it through his Plastic Ono band kind of days. We feel that would be a really kind of nice thing to put that edge on it. So I think they didn't see there, but I think we took the key down to B because it was just a bit nicer, and then we're in the intro. And then we went, good John Lennon chord, that is. So that was the first bit of it, and then it was like, oh, okay, but it'd be nice, wouldn't it, if the vocal maybe had that Lennon echo on it. And a lot of people remarked, oh God, James Warren sounds just like John Lennon on that. But really, the trick is the John Lennon echo. That is what sets it apart, and that's what makes that sound. So if you ever want to sound like John Lennon yourself, get a single echo and put it at around about 150 milliseconds, quite loud, and you'll be there. You will. Sorry, I'm just going to turn something down here for a second. My computer that I'm checking it on, because I'm here solo today, my computer that I'm checking it on had the volume up, and that was very distracting because it was about a minute out from where we are. So then the lyrics were really based on the series of cartoons that Leah did. If you were with us last week, you'll know we talked about the series of cartoons and how the cartoons in a way preceded the album, and then they became inspiration for titles, if not necessarily anything to do with really the content of the cartoons. I think we have the cartoon here for this, and this is Born to Win have just moved into their new home, a castle. At the time, Born to Win, who are our backing vocals, of course, were thinking about moving, and one of the places on offer was a castle. They were going to move into a castle. So there was a tiny little ring of truth in it. Not too much, not too much. There's Emmy saying every princess needs a castle. Well, I know she does firmly believe that. She does believe that. And so they never got to move into their castle, but who knows? They're just about to move again, so maybe they'll find a castle this time. That would be good. So because it was based on this cartoon, we decided to just get in a lot of references about castles, ramparts, call my squire, all sorts of stuff like that. And of course that led on to a video that had all of those elements as well, although the video is a separate story again, really. But we'll talk about that because I've done an interview with Leah about that very particular thing. And so we will come back to that. In a second. So yeah, the lyrics were written really about a castle and knights, and I think at one point, because I'd written the lyrics for this, James said to me, "What do you mean by that? What does it mean? All roads lead to Rome?" And I think the thing that I would say is it was about something being inevitable. Something that it wouldn't have mattered what you'd done, you would have ended up where you were. And also, I think when we put this out with the video, the intro to the video actually paraphrases it talks about the World Wide Web, the invention of the World Wide Web, and how that was a really kind of hopeful thing that everyone said, oh, this is going to be brilliant because we can get directly to anyone, and no bureaucracy is going to get in the way. Of course, here we are, 25 years later down the line, and big businesses all over the internet, and it's very difficult to know what's true and what's false. I mean, you get bombarded by false stuff all the time, aren't you? You're going, oh, is that real? Or were they a real friend? Or is like, you wouldn't know. So that path was inevitable, that the minute something becomes desirable for a mass of people, big business will get involved, and of course they will start to get their hooks into it. So I think right now, we're going to go and we're going to show the interview with Leah, and you can learn all about Cartoon World, but also all about all sorts of other little bits and pieces. And we recorded this last week because she's gone back up to uni in Leeds now for her last little bit. We recorded this upstairs in Studio 2. So for those of you who haven't seen Studio 2, this is kind of what it looks like once I can find it. Leah Allroad's interview, that's what it says. So
Here we are. I'm with Leah Darknell once again, 2 weeks in a row. Whew, becoming a bit of a habit. Normally we'd have a massive round of applause for her, but as this is pre-recorded, no applause for you today.
It's the best I can do with it.
Okay, that was tumultuous. So we're going to primarily be talking about All Roads Lead to Rome, because that's what this week's song is, yes. And Leah did the video for it. We're going to go into how it was created, what it was about, the look of it, all of that sort of stuff. But before we do that, anyone that doesn't have Cartoon World, well, shame on you. But you might not know then of the brilliant designs. Hey, Leah, show them the album. This is the vinyl.
The vinyl.
That's vinyl. That is huge. That opens out as well, doesn't it? So there's cartoons on the front and on the other way.
Oh, the other.
The things you did. No, open it out. Open it out.
Open it out.
That's it. Show it to the boys and girls. There we are. So you'll see there's a load of cartoons there, and Leah designed all of those. She did lovingly. You'll also find them on the Korgis.com in Keeping Up with the Korgis. That was a whole series before Cartoon World was ever thought of, even.
Yeah.
Before it was even thought of. So that's her involvement with Cartoon World, apart from obviously the video for All Roads Lead to Rome, and some involvement in some of the other videos as well. I think actually in your title sequence, you've got your own title sequence, we saw a little bit of the video for Time, where you did some cartoons of a famous politician.
Yes.
What was his name?
It's
Dominic
Cummings. Yes.
That's right. Where we take a tongue-in-cheek look at perhaps what Dominic's school days might have been like, and we reckon he was probably bullied as a boy, and he vowed that he would make them pay at the end.
Ultimate villain origin story.
And he did, didn't he? He did.
Yeah.
He made everyone pay.
Laughing now.
That's right. So there's a little bit in Time. So Leah does little bits and pieces here and there. You'll see lots of her work in the live show as well. And in fact, that's what we're going to talk about first. Is one of our favourite songs to play live is Colours, which was on James Warren's last solo album, Innocent Bystander. And I think the very first thing you did with the Korgis.
I believe so.
Yeah. And we touched on this last week. So how was that video made?
A lot of stop motion in that, which, as I said last week, is a very long, arduous process, which requires moving an item slightly, taking a picture, moving it slightly, taking a picture. That's exactly what I did. Before
you even did that, you had to draw all the pictures.
Yes. So I drew Little James, which is famous in the world of the Korgis.
We could show Little James.
We have Little James.
In fact, we had some of the stuff from that video of Colours here, and we will show the video of Colours because that's going to be worth it. But essentially, Fazal, let's get that close to the camera. Look.
Don't know if you can see that.
Look, Little
There's
James
the original Little Jameses.
And the eyes.
You might recognise these eyes. These were also stop motion, just played one image after another to create the blinking effect.
That's right, the blinking effect.
Yes.
Yeah.
So
there
behind the scenes for you.
Behind the scenes. Should we show them the other page while we've got this up because it's big and heavy? This is the other page. So this is all some of the stills from the Albert Hall, where in the title sequence you saw the Albert Hall lift off into space, which was a gig we were doing there, and they commissioned Leah to do a model of the Albert Hall and have it lifting off into space. Sorry, I'll just salvage that. Excuse me. So the Colours video, cutting out all the little things, all the cogs.
Yes.
All those moving cogs.
There's a scene that features sort of machinery, sort of a factory background. There's a bit that goes up and down that was used stop motion for that. Just moving it up slightly, moving it down slightly, and taking 1,000 pictures in between. So yeah.
There for days. There for days.
Not many shortcuts with that.
I've done another scene. Yeah, it's only been a week.
But the overall effect, quite proud of.
Yeah, it's great.
Yeah.
And the chorus, colours, have you seen the colours? Colours everywhere. Where, what's the line? I can almost feel the grass grow or something.
Yes.
Yeah, so the grass goes up and covers James, and it's an optical illusion, but it just looks like he has a slightly alarmed look on his face just before the grass covers him up. It looks like he goes, "Oh my God,
It's
what's
all
going
in your head, but
swallowed
it's
up."
ideal. It's exactly what we hoped for. Yes, the grass slowly goes up and eventually he's consumed by it.
And any lesser person would have just used the same bit of footage for all the choruses, but not Leah Darknell, no. No,
Yes.
she did each chorus different. So the lights in the window are a different sequence of lights each time. The grass gets slightly higher with each chorus.
Yes.
And James looks more alarmed with each chorus.
Slight ominous build up to that. Start off the grass is low, you can hardly see it. Then it slowly creeps up and up until James falls victim to it. Which I quite like. Yeah. Quite like that part of the video.
Yeah, good. So it's mainly stop motion, isn't it? And things like on a mountaintop and in your own backyard and all of that. So
Yes.
all trying to kind of get all of the images in there.
Yeah.
So that was a good fun video. I think it's probably a good time to play it right now. So here it is, Colours. So there we are. That was Colours. And that was a very early song. It was before before we were called the Korgis. We were called James Warren and Friends at that time.
Yeah.
It was kind of the same band.
Yeah. When was that? Back in 20... ages ago.
17, the end of 17. I think it was
Wow.
November 17. We did the first gig at the Rondo. Funnily enough, that was the last gig we did as well. It was just on the Rondo again.
Ah.
So it's all come full circle. But we're the Korgis now, and we've got more people coming to see us because of that. So it's a good decision. So we're going to move on to All Roads Lead to Rome.
Yes.
This is one of my favourite songs from the album. There's just something
good one.
nice about it that I really kind of like. It's got a nice feel to it, that John Lennon kind of thing that always makes me happy. So when we were doing a video for it, and I asked you to do this video, your normal questions was, what do you want?
What do you want? Please give me details. You might think artists don't like limitations, but we do. Please, give us some limitations. Give us some ideas, please.
Actually, that's very funny, that is. I was just thinking about that yesterday, is limitations are what make your job so much easier.
Yes.
Musically as well, if you restrict yourself to, we're going to do this, and we're not going to do that, we're not going to do that, we're going to do this, you'll get through things much quicker. If you go, the world is my oyster, we can do anything we like, it'll take you forever, and you won't know where to start even, will you?
Exactly. That's
Yes.
what I struggle with, the starting. So
So we had a start point with this. I quite like those videos, and you see a lot of the Radiohead videos are the same, where they have a parallel story, don't they? What's one of theirs? Just.
Yes.
Fantastic parallel story of a guy that lies down on the ground and people are going, "Wow, what's the matter? What's the matter?" He goes, "I can't tell
I
you.
can't tell you.
You don't want to know. You really don't want to know." In the end, they get it out of him, and then they all lie down on the ground because the truth is too shocking. So what a great video that is. What a great band they are as well. Leah and I are both big Radiohead fans. Not everyone's cup of tea, but they are our cup of tea.
Yes.
I'm talking about cups of tea. Here's my cup of coffee. So, all roads lead to Rome. So we figured we would have a parallel story. And so I just made up these a series of events. So it's about someone who's in a castle. Okay, so we go, all right, he's a knight. He's a knight. He's a knight in his castle. And then we gave him a kind of baldric, manservant kind of thing.
As every knight needs. Rubbish squire.
Rubbish squire, that's right. Because the lyrics are, "You call my squire.
Come quench this fire."
Come quench this fire, which
so
of course...
we needed a squire.
And we needed a quenching of fire as well.
Yes.
So I think my idea for what the words would be at any point is that some of the words, like fire, would be in the text, but they would be a completely different story. But every now and then a word would coincide. They probably coincided with the backing vocals more than they coincided with the main vocals.
Yes.
So we had this story of this knight who was very lonely, and so he goes on a dating site.
Medieval Tinder, as you will.
Medieval Tinder.
It's got a little phone.
Yeah. I'll show you. There's a picture of that there. Love that. And he finds a match, doesn't he?
Yes.
Except you can't see her face because she's just a silhouette.
Yes. So he starts to put all his hopes and dreams into this woman.
Into
He
this
says, I
silhouette.
have to impress her. I have to win her heart. And that's when everything goes wrong for him.
Yeah, well, it starts going wrong by going, how am I going to impress her? I know, I'll bake a cake.
Bake a cake.
Who bakes a cake, though?
Well, he leaves it to the squire.
Of course he does.
It's an issue.
He's a knight, isn't he?
He's a
Knights
knight. He
don't
can't bake a
bake
cake.
cakes, do they?
The squire has to.
Yeah. And in the squire's own words, he made an ash of the old thing and he set fire to the cake, unfortunately.
Yes.
So that was a little bit of a problem. But in the end, they get to the night of the date, the day of the date, don't they?
Yes.
So
After
they-
several disastrous attempts,
Yeah.
they just decide to go meet her. And
Yeah.
it all works out.
It is. So there's a style to this whole thing, isn't there? The style of the text and the style of the drawings themselves.
Yeah. So we definitely needed a medieval theme to it. So the sort of background, the style was sort of based on the Bayeux tapestries, that sort of thing.
I didn't know that.
I clearly thought about this way more. But yeah, things like the browns in the background and just images over a still background were just very simple way of telling the story.
And they kind of look quite sepia, doesn't it? So it gives it an old kind of look to it.
Yeah, and the song sounds quite old-timey as well, so it fits quite well. But yeah, there's also little text breaks to split up the narration, which of course you might recognise from films like Charlie Chaplin, things like that. So we had that sort of influence.
Yeah, and Woody Allen would do the same thing. If he used text, he would be influenced by that old style. So, although I don't think what we've got is a straight copy. Oh, you did the background for it, the curly backgrounds around the edges, didn't you?
Yes, and fun fact: there's sort of 4 animals in each background. They're based on real medieval illustrations that I found on the internet. So it's not just a fish; it's a medieval inspired fish. So yeah.
Not just any old fish.
It's not just any old fish.
So you always get more for your money with the Korgis. Yeah, not just any old fish.
Consistency.
So then the story goes on and they eventually meet.
Yes.
At that moment, unfortunately, the castle falls down.
Yes.
So he's now homeless. But he doesn't seem too bothered because he's found the love of his life. And I think...
and he ends with saying...
What does the text say? Never mind. I hear there's a great new restaurant opened in Babylon.
Yes. And they ride off into the sunset towards Babylon.
And here is the final frame. And you see that this great new restaurant was the first ever McDonald's.
Yes.
Opened in Babylon. A little known fact. A little known fact.
And of course you can read into the whole fall of Babylon and the inevitability of falling, just as the knight and the protagonist of this song is inevitably falling in love and can't help it. But I'm sure they didn't mean any of that while writing. I think we just wanted Tower of Babylon in there.
Yeah. Well, there are various references to Babylon through the album, aren't there? The last track of the album, The Best Thing You Can Do Is Love Someone, starts with the line, "In these strangest times, stuck here in Babylon." So the theme of the album a little bit is that we're all kind of stuck in a Babylon that we've so lost touch with nature, with what we eat, with where our food comes from, with instead of walking somewhere, we all drive in a car. In fact, we don't share the cars very much. We all have our own car. And so we're very out of touch with the way things used to be. So that was really the fable of Babylon, if it was a fable, although it was actually a city called Babylon, wasn't there? And the fact that they built too high and they got their comeuppance. They wanted to be too close to God. They wanted to rival God, which is, I think, where we are right now. So if there's ever going to be some great vengeance that comes down and strikes us, it could be any second now.
And you heard it here first. He predicted the fall of mankind.
Yeah, that's right.
Yeah, right here, right now.
Actually, I think the end bit of text is, I hear there's a great new restaurant in Babylon, and then there was a mighty rumbling. Something like that, anyway. So that is the precise moment where Babylon falls. So not only is his castle falling down, but I reckon he probably didn't make the McDonald's.
Yeah, probably not.
And hopefully they lived happily ever after and escaped being stuck in the wreckage of Babylon.
Yeah, no need to dwell on the fact that they might have died or might not have. Yeah, you just stick to the happy ending, yeah.
Well, there we are. I think that kind of wraps it up. I think we should actually show them the video of All Roads Lead to Rome.
Yes, it's about time.
That would be a good thing to do, wouldn't
Yes.
it? Thank you very much, Leah. And
Thank you for having
we'll
me.
catch up with you somewhere later on in the live stream when you're in this neck of the woods.
Thank you.
Okay. good
Thanks
luck.
for tuning in, people. Smash
Okay.
the subscribe button.
Hey,
Destroy
that's
it. Like
Smash it.
Babylon.
See, I try to be down with the kids, but she is one of the kids.
I know these things. I know the slang.
All right. Bye.
mother swears you're a witch, but you claim you're an angel. I never could tell. Would you sink in the lake or burn at the stake? If God is the wise one, then you'd go to hell. Oh, my home is my castle, my heart is in fence. Then you ride your white horse to preach my defense. I call my squire, please come quench this fire. You plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warming to just giving in. The ramparts fall, I can finally call this castle my home. I wrote you a song, but then you said, you say it's too long. I share all my dark secrets, then you just laugh. I bring you a rose, you throw out my clothes. I can't believe that you whisper, I want you, then fall asleep in the bath. But you don't seem to know that my home is my castle, my heart is in fence. Then you ride your white horse to preach my defense. I call my squire, please come quench this fire. You plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warming to just giving in. The ramparts fall, I can finally call this castle my home.
Well, there we were. That was Leah and I talking about all of the art stuff that she's done. I mean, as well as the things that we were talking about there. Of course, she did all of the cartoons for the album, which of course were the starting point for the album. So that was all a great contribution there. Really enjoyed talking to her about that. The one thing that I forgot to say was when we were doing All Roads Lead to Rome, I can't remember why, but there was a deadline for it. I think we were, for some reason, just about to put it up on YouTube or something like that. And she was drawing the pictures in her bedroom, and I was making the video at the same time in the spare bedroom that we have. And she kept delivering me pictures, and she said it was really odd because I draw the picture, and then 10 minutes later, I'd see it in the video. It was like a very surreal kind of experience, but it was that quick that we were doing it. I guess because it was images, it wasn't like loads of tweaking needed. It was really a bit of text, next image, and all that stuff. But great fun video, and really fun to work on that with her. And we look forward to the next one. Hey, yeah. I think we should recap on the competition. Where are we here? Competition quiz. Oh, that's right. It's under quiz, isn't it? Here we go. So the quiz question, and someone is very close with this, but they haven't completed the second bit of the answer. So during the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, the lyrics of a famous song are paraphrased. What is the name of the song, and who had the original hit? Who had the original hit? During the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, the lyrics of a famous song are paraphrased. What is the name of the song, and who had the original hit? There we are. So I would think most people would know that. I certainly knew it. I wanted to look at, I think we'll grab Sonar up. You probably saw in the middle of one of the other things that I was doing that I was just grabbing up the song itself, All Roads Lead to Rome. And some people find this quite interesting and see all the kind of different layers that we have here. So maybe I'll just take you a spin through what we have. Sorry, let me just switch that screen on. You'll see what I'm trying to do. Here we go. Any second. So at the top here, all of those different coloured things there are all vocals. They are all backing vocals. If you zoom it in a little bit, and you'll see there's like a few different blocks at the top, and then the ones in red at the bottom are all lead vocals. Some of them are different takes of it. Some of them are bits of double, where I don't know if you know the term double, but often if you want like a chorus to stand out, we might sing the lead vocal twice and just put one a little bit quieter behind it, and that gives a kind of fuller sound, a bit more of a lush sound, very in keeping with the Korgis. Korgis are always doubling everything all the time. And then moving down here, we have the kit. You can see I soloed that there. And Paul played some great stuff on this very tasteful, failed to open the thing. Yeah, sorry, 2 seconds. I'm mastering something, so I had to change some settings. Let's just quickly change them back, and hopefully this will then play. For anyone
ask if I'm rich. My mother swears you're a witch, but you claim you're an angel. I never could tell. Would you sink in the lake or burn at the stake? If God is the wise one, then you'd go to hell. Oh, my home is my castle, my heart isn't fenced. Then you ride your white horse to breach my defense. I come, my squire, please come quench this fire. You plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warning to just giving in. This castle, my home. I wrote you a song. You say it's too long. I share all my dark secrets and you just laugh. I bring you a rose, you throw out my clothes. You whisper, I want you, then fall asleep in the bath. My heart isn't fenced. Then you ride your white horse to breach my defense. I come, my fire, please come quench this fire. 'Cause you plunder my kingdom, I know it's a sin, but now I am warning to just giving in. The ramparts fall, I can't finally call this castle my home. My heart isn't fenced. Then you ride your white horse to breach my defense. The ramparts fall, I can finally call this castle my home. I'm no longer alone. You just laugh and say all roads lead to Rome.
Aha. I think we are back. Okay, sorry. There was a there was a good reason there was no audio. It's when I changed that little setting and I was going, oh yeah, 48K, 44.1. Well, obviously I started at one setting and it doesn't really want you to change horses in midstream. No. Okay. So I was probably talking a load of rubbish anyway. I can't remember what I was saying. We were talking about the Barry Walsh show. I think it was Wednesday 20. It was called or something like that. Where he went around to different places and different people. He played some music himself. He had guests on who played some music, but he also did, it was a bit of a travel program, travel and music. So yeah, that was a very, very nice show and well worth catching up on. I think it was, I advertised on Facebook, but I think it was hosted on YouTube. So hopefully that is all good now. I know what we meant to say. We are very soon, we're going to wrap it up and do the competition. But the last proper live stream we had, the one that went right, this one kind of went right. We talked about an odd, oh, let me find this. This would be definitely worth grabbing a look up. Jim's Easy Listening album. This was originally called Jim's Special Edition Easy Listening Christmas Album. And there's a very young picture of him there. And this is the original cover. And as you will see, if anyone's got the Easy Listening album, and I'm sure most people do, you'll see there's a few different tracks here. There's an indie version of Everybody's Gotta Learn Sometime. There's Someday They'll Find Out, which of course was from the Stackridge album, Something for the Weekend, which I love that album. We must do something from that. If I Fell by Lennon and McCartney. Caroline No by the Beach Boys, of course. What a fantastic song that is. Christmas in Japan. I don't know that one. But Love, Death and Photographs, fantastic. And this one, oh yeah, the last track, It Must Be Time for Bed, also from the Stackridge album. But this one, High on Love. And this came up, someone said, could you play High on Love? And we said, yeah, we can play that. We can find a copy of that. But I think, might have been Gary Twitchett might have said, I'm looking forward to you playing that live in the studio. Well, there's only me here for a start, and I hadn't actually heard the songs, so it wouldn't have been very successful. However, we did track down a copy of it, and I am gonna play that. So anyone that hasn't got this version of the album can hear it. And here we go.
The grass is greener, the sky is higher, the air is clear, the world's on fire, and I could walk 1,000 miles, shaking hands, winning smiles. Time is up, and we're on top. We're gonna climb and never stop because we'll be high on love, high on love, high on love, high on love. Woke up laughing, I wasn't dreaming. My feet were dancing, my heart was screaming. I'm rocking chairs, rolling stones, a new commotion in my bones, and I'll be high on love, high on love, high on love, high on love. Now it's forever, and here we belong. Never say never, 'cause sometimes you're right when you're wrong.
James Warren, High on Love. Little known song. I didn't know that song until he sent me that version of it. Very nice. And he said he very speeded his voice to get that ridiculous high thing at the end there. So very nice. Anyone who hasn't got a copy of that, if you can't get a hold of that original version, give us a shout and we'll do it, or maybe put it up on the website or something like that. There we are. I think we have come pretty much full circle. The only thing we haven't done is reveal who has won the competition. I mean, everyone's on the live chat probably knows who's won the competition. So I am just going to find the quiz question again. There we go. And this is up on screen again. During the video of All Roads Lead to Rome, the lyrics of a famous song are paraphrased. What is the name of that song and who had the original hit? So, of course, it was Someone Left the Cake Out in the Rain. The song was MacArthur Park. And original hit for Richard Harris. I thought someone might have come and gone, oh, it was Donna Summer. Of course, Donna Summer had a hit with it years and years and years later. I got an idea that maybe either Blood, Sweat and Tears, yeah, it wouldn't have been Chicago, but maybe Blood, Sweat and Tears did a version of it as well. But lots of people did a version. What a great song that was, by one of my favourite writers, Jim Webb. Fantastic songwriter, wrote By the Time I Get to Phoenix and a lot of those Glenn Campbell hits. Really amazing writer. There's a brilliant documentary about him if you get a chance to see it, where he goes through all his songs and plays a load of them. Do that. So the winner, of course, is Elaine Brokenshaw. Well done, Elaine, and very happy. If you've already got the CD and you can't find anyone to give it to, we can always exchange it for something. Talk to me. Elaine talks to me often, so talk to me and let me know. But that is yours if you can use it. If not, we'll find you something else. Well done, everyone that tuned in. Thank you very much for being with us again, and sorry about my glitch. I think probably didn't hear the slide guitar. Not sure. Don't worry, we'll do it again if you really want me to. Maybe we'll slip in a little extra program and I'll figure out what it is that we didn't do. There we are. We're going to be back on Thursday. Thursday, we are going to be doing This Is the Life, and that, of course, featured Phantom of the Opera Peter Carey, and he is going to be with me here live in the studio on Thursday. So Peter Carey is going to be coming in, and we'll talk about a little bit about what he's done and what he's doing now, and, of course, his contribution, massive contribution to This Is the Life. I love that thing that he does in the middle of This Is the Life. So that is a song for next week. Or for Thursday, 6 p.m. Be there, please. And meanwhile, I am going to just leave you, I think, with the end sequence, which is something like this. Thank you so much. See you Thursday.